Hello and welcome back to True Crime and Justice. Yes, I'm still using Restream because I still haven't fathomed out how to use the other one yet. So today I've been just doing a lot of research on the videos of the Texas Roadhouse. So hope you've all had a lovely day. It was cloudy this morning, but then it came nice this afternoon. So what better than to do than to sit at my laptop when I could have been out in my garden? I haven't got the motivation today to go out and do any gardening. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have that motivation to go out and do some gardening. Otherwise, I'll be back on my laptop. Right, so let's just get the chat up ready. So, moving over these videos with everyone has gone through these Texas road videos. They've literally took them apart piece by piece by piece. But there's still something bothering me. I don't know what it is. One piece is being cleared up by mob crew, and that was that vehicle in the area. And that the fact that the green hooded person, when they come out of Texas Roadhouse, went over to that second car park, walked along to the corner. You saw the lights flash, and then she goes off camera screen. Literally seconds, then you see her walking back again and cutting across the car park. Not over back towards Texas Roadhouse, but cutting across that top car park. And then you see a car go past. And he's fathomed it out. He's fathomed out, hopefully, the vehicle of it, everything. I've still got to watch his lives. I still haven't got round to doing it. Because by the time I get up in the morning and I've woken up, it takes me a few hours to wake up fully. It really does. And then I do my little bit of housework, like go make my bed, if my cats aren't already lying on it. There's been some days when the one cat's been lying on it. I can do my bed if he's just lying on it. You know what I mean? Not as good as I'd like to do it, but I can make my bed. And he just lies there. But when they're both lying on it, I can't do it. I wasn't quick enough today. Didn't get in there quick enough, did I, before I went and lay on my bed all day. But the problem was, I was doing something on my laptop, and then I get a phone call from my daughter-in-law, so I had to go over to hers this was about 11 o'clock. And as I said, I don't get up till about 10ish, so I'm still not fully awake, but I'm on my laptop, just doing what I'm doing. Get a phone call, so I go over there at 11:30, take my laptop with me, but I forgot my glasses, so I couldn't really do much. So I sat there till about, 1:15, 1:00, 1:15 when I got home. I'll come back home about 1:30, had something to eat and drink, and then I sat on here. And I've literally gone through every clip of that Texas road footage I can find. Right? Now, in my opinion, we've got these 5. Right? They're on your screen now. So we've got these 5. Starting from the left, we've got Chris Proudfoot, Crispy. You got Katie Proudfoot, KK. You got the mother, Crispy's mama, next to him. Then her beloved husband, below. Crispy's stepdaddy. Then we've got his cousin on the far right. But then there's another guy, which I want to talk about tonight. And hold on, I thought I'd put it up as a what's the name, but obviously I haven't. So I'll add it now. And we don't know his name. We don't know anything about. I'll just put that one up instead. This guy. Hopefully it'll come up in a minute. Don't know anything about this guy. Now, it was rumoured that he was the one who was going round harassing and following the search groups. Don't know how true that was, but there's this guy. I've done everything. I've gone through Chris Proudfoot's family. I've gone through them all, and there's no one fitting his age or anything. Right, and yes, it does look like Crispy, but it's not. It's not Crispy. Now, I thought I found a guy today that looked very similar to him, walking towards the Texas Roadhouse. But I don't think it is him. But we're going to have a look at that. If CapCut will play on here, and if this streaming app does not play up and kick me off once I start playing this app. If I start getting a white sign, then I'm just going to stop the app altogether because it'll only kick me off. And last night it done that, and I had to come back on again and do a second live, continue it from there. So I don't know who this guy is. If anyone knows who this guy is, please message me. I'll just put my email up. I'll add it here. Where is it? Where is it? There. There's my email. If anyone can tell me who this guy is he a relative of the Proudfoots or the Barrowsocks? Is he a friend of theirs? A family friend? Does he work for him, with him? I mean, not for him, but with Crispy. Who is he? Now, as I said, the Texas Roadhouse video, they've dissected it over and over again. And we're going to do it again tonight. Because I'm interested to know if this guy here is at the Texas Roadhouse. Now, there is a guy sitting up at the bar, which I thought was Chris. But I don't think it is Chris. And then I want to point out something as well on this video. Someone said, oh, over in the far corner, you can see someone sitting there. It looks like Chris, but you can't see. And when I zoomed in on the Texas Roadhouse into that area that was on about, you know what it was? It was one of the lampshades. But from a distance, it looks like someone sitting at a table. But when you zoom in, it's a lampshade. Oh, God. It's a fucking lampshade. So, no, there was no one sitting over that side where it was pointed out that someone was sitting, which they thought was Crispy. Has this guy got anything to do with Sebastian going missing? I don't think so. Honestly, I don't. I think these guys have. I wouldn't even know about DG. I wouldn't even say he was. Right? But he might know something. But these four, definitely these two, are involved. So, my question is, we have found, not me, we as a joint enterprise of YouTubers have come across lies after lies after lies by these two, Crispy and KK. We've come across a lie by his mummy dearest, right? Because she stated she was not at their house until gone 10 in the morning. We know she was there at 8:15 in the morning because Seth gets there at around about 8:15 a.m. there. The two lads from the neighbour's house up the road, they seen her there, right? Because they didn't know who anyone was until they've seen it on YouTube, and then they thought, oh, that's the woman we saw at the house in the morning. So when she come on a Facebook page today, like 10 a.m. or something like that in the morning, I call BS on that one. I don't know if Terry Barrasocks was there. I think he might have been. But we do know as well there's a missing female, and that was KK's BFF. She was there. What would she be doing there at that time in the morning? Where did she come from to be there for 8 o'clock in the morning, being as Sebastian wasn't reported missing until 6:33 a.m. to law enforcement, so BFF got there pretty darn quick to be there for 8 a.m., 8:15. So they've all know something. These three, he knows something. He's got to, because this family are, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, I can't think of the word I'm looking for. But they're like, they stick together like glue, and they don't go against each other. They won't talk out on each other. The only time they are going to break is if they take him in and take her in, question him and say, well, you're looking at possible red rum. And then, can you see Mummy Deary's something at the fall? Something KK organised. Because KK knows exactly what happened that night. And that's why Crispy don't like anyone talking to KK, because KK slips up a lot. And the fact that she got so angry with that PI when she phoned her to talk about her son, about being on their land, on their property. And I thought, hold on, you've just wasted literally 25 minutes of this phone call arguing about the fact that whether she was on your property or not, or whether it was an easement. Right? And when you see a property, you think, okay, there's a fence. You don't go past that fence. Yeah? But if there's a little pathway going between the neighbour's fence and her fence, you wouldn't think about it. Oh, this land belongs to them. Hi, Kylie. Right? So you wouldn't think about that. And they wasted all that time arguing about being on a private land or on an easement. When really, all she wanted to talk to him about was Sebastian and how she could help find her son. That was it. So she come across very, very aggressive in that phone call. And why, this is another thing, why did she have to phone her husband? Who, by the way, if you're working in them cranes, like he works, I'm sure you're not supposed to have your phone on you because it's a distraction. And you can't afford to be distracted from what they're telling you in your earpiece. Down however high up you are, 200 feet or whatever. However high, I don't know. But you're a hell of a height up. And you're picking up these big metal pop jaws things. Yeah? You can't afford to be distracted when you've got one of them on the end of your crane. So having a phone up there is a distraction. So whether he was at work or not that day when she phoned him to say, oh, the PI's on there, or PI's at my front door, or whatever, right, is I just can't get the words out for that phone call. Now, I watch a lot of crime programs. I eat, sleep, and crime. I eat and sleep crime all day long. That's all I watch is crime. UK crime, US crime, not these drama programs. I fall asleep listening to drama programs. They get me to sleep. They relax me, right? But if I want to watch, did I get the email about Francis? I'll check. Indeed. Because I've gone through all my emails. I'm up to date with all my emails, so I thought. Oh, I think I did, yes. Yes, you sent me an email, and I said, oh, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I did see that email. Is that the one? Yeah, that's the one, the car. I have seen it though. And I know all about Francis. Actually, her picture should be up on here. I should have put her picture up on here. Because I'm so glad I'm not the only one now who in their opinion, thinks that Green Hoodie is KP's mother. Now, I thought because she was on life parole, meaning she can't be around any children whatsoever, right? I thought if she lived in one state, she'd have to get permission to leave that state to go into another state. Yeah? Because I know in the UK they have to get permission, even though they don't. Most of them on parole don't tell them when they've moved. Especially the pedos, right? They have lied at every opportunity to us all. But you see, as I said, lies will come around and smack you in the face. Lies come round and smack you straight back in your face. Because we find these lies. We know when you're lying. We know when they are lying. Right? Because there's proof out there to say they are lying. So, but these 5, as I said, this is there's a mystery a person who will, I've just shown on here, and I'll show again. Hold on, I'll get to my, this guy, right? And as I said, I have sat glued to my laptop this afternoon for the last hour at least. And to the point where my eyes going fuzzy. The last hour and a half going through that Texas Road video from when she first pulls up. I've even timed everything, what I want to look at tonight. Right? And we'll be looking at the white truck. Do you know how many times a white truck shows up? By the time KP and Sebastian are sat at the table. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 4 times in a matter of from 1742 to 17. No, that can't be right. I'll have to check that out. Because 1742, 17, it's got what? I must have put the wrong time down there. From 1742 is the first time we see the white truck go past, heading north. Then at 1737, see, I'm looking at 2 different times on this clock. KP arrives at 1737, and then 1737, white truck passes by south. Then 1738, 27, KP and Sebastian enter Texas Roadhouse. 1739, white truck passes north. Then 1742, where's that? I'll have to check that one out. That first white truck that passes by, the time must be wrong. At 1742, 17, white truck parks up. At 1743, KP and Sebastian sat at table. I didn't notice that time then. That time of that white truck. I was just writing it down when I seen it come up on the video. So, but yes, they have lied to us all the way through. So, as I said, we are going to watch the video. And let me just pull it up. And I'll say now, if I start getting the weight come up on my laptop for this app, then I'm shutting the app down. Because otherwise I get kicked off. And StreamYard just stops my restream will just stop my live, and then I have to come back on again to continue, like I did last night. Right? Now see this guy on the screen. You can see him hopefully now. That was the guy I was interested in. But what we're going to do, we're going to go. Oh God. I've got to go. Pointless doing it there, isn't it? I've got to go into the app. Got to go right back in. Time. is, hold on, 1715. Why did I say 42? 1715, I think it is, or 35. 1735. Yeah, I'll go 35. Right. Now, what I will say about this is ignore the writing that comes up, because I've had to get a video that was put out that showed me when Katie arrived and the white truck arrived. So ignore the writing that comes up on the screen. It's a bit annoying, but ignore it. Right? Because at certain points, I'm just going to zoom in on certain areas, which will mainly be down these bottom screens here. A bottom screen will come up, and that's where I'll be zooming in on. So you've got all this, and you've got that screen there. So see how they got that bottom screen? That's the one we want to focus on. Not this top one, not at the moment. Just this bottom one. Okay? And as I said, ignore any writing that comes up, because this is what the woman whose channel it was off, I can't remember her chat name now. There's a white truck going by, and that's at 1735. Yeah, 1735. Why did I put 42 then? Right, 1735. A white truck goes past. Going north, by the way. Right, you have lots of cars coming by. Katie will be there very soon. A minute or so. Nothing's like this woman who she's concentrating on these people here, bench, and I feel so sorry for those people. Just sitting there, minding their own business. So, and there's several people. There's one person who I thought could have been that guy I showed you, but then when I stopped it and I zoomed in, and I'll show you it when we get there. Right. Because it isn't. See, there's a car that this thing pulling up. Very good at blocking. I'm not a driver, but I can park fucking better than that, than what she did. See, she's concentrating on the people, those two people standing by the post, and these people here on the bench. I'm not bothered by that. But it's annoying because she's put the big writing up over the screen. See, Sebastian, and he's stopped, and then he finally gets out. So he stopped to listen to what his mum was telling him, and they both get out. See that white truck? It went round the back. It went over the back way. So it's going down that way, going south, and then going back. Okay, I'm going to crucify them. Yeah, pop your heads up. Why not? Just behave yourselves. See, I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. There you are. I don't know if it's the same white truck or not. But then when it parks up, and I've it's like, yeah, we've got a table for you. Right? But it takes me over 5 minutes because they get going. No, hold on. 38, 39, 40. Yeah, over 5 minutes before they sit down. Like I said, I'm not bothered about that. I'm more interested in this area where this white truck's going to park up. And let's see what's anyway. Oops, connection lost. It's on the want. Oh, I go that feeling. I go that feeling. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Yeah, little babies. Oh, they're so cute. I have to post a photo of my fur babies. And my cat just looked at me and then, Toby just looked at me and then, as they say, no way, no way. I have to wait until I go to sleep to get photos of my cats. Because as soon as I get my camera out, my phone out, and take a photo, go to take a photo, they're gone. They're gone. So I have to wait until my little fur babies go to sleep. Yeah. Like the other week, the other day, when I had my big, what did I say? My fat boy. As he gave my fat baby boy. And the look he gave me. I tell you, if looks could kill, I'd be dead. Frances is not KP's mum. Yes, she is. Yeah, Frances is KP's mum. Frances, oh, what's her name? I can't pronounce her last name anyway. But yeah, Frances is his mum. You don't think so either, Kylie? I will when I get a good photo of them when they're asleep. Otherwise, they just go into hiding. If they see me with my phone, they go into hiding. Frances is her mum. Frances, whatever her name is, Frances, whatever, is her mum. Because you hear Seth talk about the grandmother and Frances. Oh, hold on. I've got to stop this. I'm going to stop this. Oh, I had stopped it, sorry. According to Deborah Harrison Cake, if that is true about the sister, I said that, didn't I, Anne? How can that be her sister when her surname is Cake? And when you look at parents and mother and father, the surname is Cake. And I thought, how can that be her sister if her surname is Cake? Is that the one you sent me? I know Anne sent me something about something as well. Yeah, Deborah Harrison Cake. Yeah. And I thought, that can't be her sister because the surname's not like her maiden name. Katie's maiden name is Payne, Payne. You look on White Pages, it'll give her maiden name, Payne. Right? You go on Truth Finder, it gives her maiden name, Payne. So how can that woman and that other woman, the sister, be her sister with the surname Cake? Okay, I'm going to Google. Right? Okay, I'll Google it. Google it, y'all. Who is Katie biological parents? Right. Right, let's have a look. Katie Bradford is the mother. She's described as a respectable. We know she's not a paediatric nurse, so that can't be right. Dedicated to caring for children with special needs. The Proudfoot family has been involved in efforts to locate Sebastian and their circumstances surrounding his disappearance has garnered significant media attention. Now, I read a news article ages ago, and I actually sent a message saying, I think you need to get your facts straight because it mentioned in that article that Katie was a paediatric nurse or some sort of nurse. I thought, no, she ain't. She's a technician. She used to be in the Navy. You know what I mean? Comes out of the Navy, she's a technician. So let's see what this says. It says, I think this is the article I was reading. Ages ago, I read this. If this is meet mother Katie Prather and father Seth Rogers. Sebastian Rogers, blah blah blah. We know yeah. Right. Katie Sebastian Rogers' mother. She's 38 years old and works as a nurse at a local hospital. She has been married. She's also strong and resilient, who has faced many challenges. One of those challenges was raising Sebastian, who was diagnosed with autism when he was 3 years old. That's BS. He was diagnosed at the age of, I think, 14. Right? And development disorders that affect patient social interaction and behaviour. Kate and provided the best care possible. They enrolled him in special education at the school, took him to therapy and gave him medication to help with his symptoms. They also tried to make him feel comfortable and happy at home by playing his favourite song, "Eye of the Tiger," letting him cuddle with their cat, reading him bedtime stories. Katie was Sebastian's progress and achievements. She often posted some videos of him on social media accounts, showing him smiling, laughing, and having fun. She also shared his interests in hobbies such as drawing, playing video games, and watching movies. She was the biggest fan and supporter. Katie's will turned upside when she woke up on February the 27th, BS as well, because it's the 26th, and found out that she was gone. She immediately called the police to report him missing. That's BS because she didn't immediately. She also alerted her family, friends, and neighbours and asked them to help her to find her son. She was frantic and desperate, hoping that he was safe and sound somewhere. She said in an interview with local news station, "I just want my baby to be okay. He's my everything. He's my..." No, he don't. He's my shot. Oh, for... He's reason to live. No, no. If anything, that's what his father said. His father said, "He's my his reason I leave. Without him, I've got nothing to live." You know what I mean? So, this case is really starting to look like a money scam. But that article is full just BS. Just BS because she was never a nurse. She was a mother. As soon as she had, within a few years of having Sebastian, she joined the Navy. After leaving the Navy, she goes and getting a divorce from Seth. She becomes something with the home security people. So that article is BS. In fact, they reported him missing on the 27th. No, he went missing on the 26th. And now writing as though Katie and Seth are still together. And they've got 2 children. Really? Where? A 10-year-old and whatever else? Yeah, but where? Where's these 2 children they had? They only ever had 1 child, and that was Sebastian. But that woman, that cake woman, the sister, that just wrote something. Because if that is her sister, I think I'm going to have to do some research on that woman. Cake. Sister. Cake. Try and get some research done on her. Because I know she's got a sister. She's got 2 sisters apparently in California. And they are her half-sisters from her father's side. From what I understand. Most are doing it for money. Right? And that's why it annoys me, because a lot of people only do cases like this when there's a big interest in it. Because they get the views, they get the people coming in, and they get the comments and all that, and they get the super chats, and they get all that. But once the news stops coming in, they go chasing elsewhere to get the viewers back again. Right? And then when anything new comes up on this case, oh, you'll see them all hit the YouTube streets again. Really? Tiffany's dead. Tiffany? Who's Tiffany? There's another person out there with the same name. People got them mixed up. I will find it, Angela. And 3 brothers. Who's Tiffany? Who the fuck is Tiffany? So yeah, a lot of people chase the dollars. When a case starts getting cold and no new news coming in, they go elsewhere. But as soon as something new comes up, they're doing updates. And yet, there's only a handful of people now still covering this case. That's the mob crew. Silver's on the scene. Lolly. What's her name? Oh, God. Keep forgetting her name. 1, 2, 3, 4. Myself, 5. And probably some mystic sidekicks still. Tiffany. Yes, yeah. Yeah, she's dead. That's why. Yeah, she died a couple of years ago now, I believe. So, but it's the name was when I seen that picture, and I thought, okay, Cake. And then I was reading what it said, and I thought, how can that be Kate's mum? You know, her maiden name is Payne, Payne, and her mother goes by Rosenbaum. Friends like that. So it's hard to say. But I will have a look into that family. I've circled it so look into it. Enemy connection lost and reconnecting. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, Anne. How can her name be Cake when we know that Kate's maiden name was? When I go on any sites looking up Katie, right? Anything to do with Katie on these white pages and all that lot, right? Her name, they give you aliases, the names they use. And the name is Payne. Don't you believe Tony died? Oh, I do. I do. There's no reason for that. For the last, 6 months or so, we hadn't heard nothing of him. That's it. Lady Freedom, Lolly, Astrology for Mystics. Kiki, yeah. Yeah. So, then you got Silver's on the scene and the mob crew. I don't think there's any other YouTube with big followings like they've got. But Tony, yeah, because he went quiet. And I kept thinking, oh, perhaps he's got work commitments because I know his business. I thought perhaps he's got a lot of work commitments and whatever. I heard of him since way before Christmas. Way before Christmas. So I believe he was took ill then. And he's been having treatment or whatever. KP's parents brought her up. What was their last name? Grandparents. Rosenborn, their mother's name. Streamlabs, even using Streamlabs, so put user in block you. Timeout. I'm not even using Streamlabs, so get lost. Want to use to do my lives on. I'm not adding you because I'm not using you. If you keep coming up, I'll block you altogether. I even went on my YouTube account today and I checked, and Streamlabs is not in there. So what the hell are they doing in my chat? I don't know. So Streamlabs, take a hike. I want to use Streamlabs, but I don't want to commit myself to paying nearly, £20 a month plus, right, to an app. If, right, I'm going to, that's it, you're getting deleted. Yes. Right. And I don't want to use Streamlabs. I want to use Streamlabs, but I'd like to use a free version first. So if I like it, then I'll pay for it to get the full version. But I don't want to pay for a full version and then be stuck with that for a month. You know what I mean? So these channels have been pumping out a few missing kids and the fundraising for videos and deaths or bills for storage lockers. Money to travel to Tennessee when I lived there. Yeah. But me personally, even when I had my other channel, I was never monetized. I could have. I did start the process. And then I thought, you know what? I'm not. I'm not going to do this. I've done this because I started up my YouTube channel because I want to be a voice for these missing children. Not as an income. You know what I mean? I sit at home all day anyway, so why not just gives me something to do during the day? So I am not monetized, and I'll never, even when I get up to my 1,000 again, right? I will never monetize. Never. So what channels what channels? I'm trying to go back. Come on, go back up for me. Life freedom, like so those ones that are in it for money. Is that what you're saying? Possibly. You know what I mean? Because they're all monetized. I don't see anything wrong with being monetized. Believe me now, when you're sitting here and I've sat here for hours today, on and off, I have to keep taking a break because my eyes go funny. So I have to get up and stretch my legs, go and make myself a coffee or go and get something to eat or just walk into my bedroom and have a chat with my cats in the bedroom, right? And then imagine hearing CP on panel questioning why BJ has left them waiting all day. This is all so wrong. BJ, right? I used to watch her. I was subscribed to her channel. But then, because they were having a dig at her, because she did fall asleep, and she admitted it eventually, she admitted it. She did fall asleep on her. You know, the thing is, she was working her life around her subscribers, right? Which meant she was coming on very late at night. You know, I think she had 3 kids, 3 children, and she was in the morning to get them ready for school and all that lot. And she was falling asleep rather than going to bed. She'd be up on her lives. And I said, no, you don't do that. If your subscribers really like you, like watching you, they will watch you, right? She's in America, so it's not that much of a difference. Over like in the UK, it's a hell of a difference, time difference. But in America, it's not that much of a difference. It's a couple of hours maybe, depending on where you live. So, but she does, and she stays up too late, and she's falling asleep. So then these these other channels, what I call, so then she started back, which gave them more ammunition to have a go back at her, and then she'd bite back again, and so on, tit for tat all the time. And I said, if she just stuck to what she was doing and ignored what these channels were saying, right? I just carried on watching her. You know, they weren't friends. They weren't friends in Arkansas. They went to the same mall and the same parks and the same pools, but they didn't know each other personally. They didn't know each other personally. They found that out when they was talking one day, and they were saying where they used to live and everything. And Sebastian said, "Well, I used to live blah blah." And Jane said, "Oh my God, it was just round the corner sort of thing from where I lived." But they didn't know each other. They went to the same shopping malls and they went to the same parks, but because when I went at school, right, I had all of my friends in my class. We all lived in the same area, but we never once saw each other outside of school. Never once. But we all lived in the same area. The parks were our local parks. The shops were all our local shops. Everything. But we never once saw each other out of school. Okay, thank you. But I remember them talking about that, and they said then, I'm sure they said something like that, and they didn't know each other, but they did run in the same areas. They did go to the same malls and the same parks and all that lot. So, right, let's continue watching this. As I said, quiet in this bottom corner here. More, if I can. Yeah. Right, because it's I might have to zoom out again in a minute. Right. Because we're kind of at 1742. Again. Right, that white truck's still sitting there when they leave at 1825, and it's still there for a long time after. See the white truck pulling up now? So that's 1742-17. Which just fathers me that because I've watched all those clips of that white truck from when it pulled up to when KP leaves. No one gets out of that white truck. No one. I've gone back over it. I've watched it again. Time and time again. I've gone over this video. Not just this video. I've got other videos where after she's left and things like that. And that truck is sitting there. So has it got anything to do with Sebastian? I don't know, because it's still sitting there after KP leaves the Texas Road. It's still sitting there all the time. That green hoodie person goes to the Texas Road, comes out the Texas Road, across the car park, goes to that other car, walks back again, gets in their car. It still sits there then. And I know someone gets out. So that's like 40. That's literally like over half an hour that white truck parks up, and he's still there when KP leaves at 1825. Over half an hour. Yeah. There's that guy I wanted to show you. Let's go back a bit. Go to there. The guy I wanted to show you comes up any minute now. He comes up this way, walks from this corner up. Hold on, that jumped. Let's just let this run through. Oh, now we'll zoom back in again. This guy. Watch that guy. Now, I want to zoom in on his arm. You know what I mean? I've zoomed in and scaled it, so I'm a bit closer. So I've just got again. I think this video jumps. No, it don't. Sorry. But he goes into the Texas Road house thing. But I don't know the guy I was looking for. Alright, let's zoom out. See his arm? Oh, God's sake, come back here. Come back here. This, because the guy in the van in that picture he's looking at. It's hard to say. Alright, let's just go back. Yeah, I thought it jumped, but it doesn't. Okay, sent it to me. Okay, hold on, let me just stop this a minute. Let me just pause this and I'll go and check. Right. It won't let me play it. It won't let. It's not letting me see if it downloads it for me. And then perhaps I could play it. I'm just waiting for you. Right, hold on. Because I know if I've got to suffer this, sorry everyone, so are you. You're going to suffer this as right, and we'll go back up here. Alright. And let me share something with you now. Hang on, guys. First, before I let you. Come on. Why won't it let me? What I'll do, I'll close this. Delete that one. Delete this one. Alright, and then let's see if it'll share. Why won't it share? Right, thank you. Alright. Hopefully it'll come up on here now. Hopefully. Yes. So we're going to watch it together, okay? If it's... Is this BJ? So, or some other YouTuber, I can't tell. Oh, let me see. It's BJ, but I don't know who screen recorded it. It's only 8 minutes long, okay? We did the same like when we went all the spring water spigot. Yeah. Our jugs and we'll fill them up too. She already said that she had problems with her breathing, so leave her alone. Mm-hmm. Give me just a minute to go out of the way, please. I'm sorry. Sitting around all day waiting for you to fucking wheeze on. Yeah. And pretty much. And blame me for all of this shit. Fuzzball factory. Fuzzball factory. Yeah. Yeah. To be honest with you, she should come on earlier. She's got a busy day. She's got an autistic child. I don't know if it's 1 or 2 autistic children. She's got a husband who's a complete arse. Just saying, right? And she comes on quite late, her time as well, late time. And I knew it was late because I'd be going to bed, and I never just go to bed till about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm thinking, well, I know I'm like 5, 6 hours behind. Yeah, so that'll take me to like 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12. That'll take me to 8 o'clock. But she's not 5, 6 hours behind. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to get down. Get my mouse to move down. Oh, God's sake. Oh, come on. Move down, you stupid piece of shit. This is the only thing I don't like about this chat is if you want to scroll, if you say you're chatting and I'm watching something and I'm not watching chat, I can't always get the little mouse to scroll down. And I'm scrolling and it don't want to go. I will. Yeah, Seth was a mug, wasn't he? Well, I'll tell you what they do, right? What I was doing. He wasn't specifically a mod. Yes, had the wrench. But what it was, there was a lot of people coming through saying they was Seth, they was Tony, they was this, they was his, right? So what the YouTubers used to do would give them a wrench when they knew who it was, the proper Seth or the proper Tony or the proper whoever. They'd give them a wrench. So then when they come up on chat, they knew it was the correct Seth. It wasn't some fake Seth, right? So I'm gonna keep watching. Don't worry, I'll keep watching. As I said, if I've got to watch it, so have you. Yeah. I have breathing problems, but I don't sound like that. Yeah. But you see, it's these channels, like what I call the hat channels, and channels like with BJs, and then you've got other channels as well that are just out to rip other channels apart, yeah? That's fine if that's what you are. But they can't come on here and say, oh, we're a true crime channel. And then sit there for 2 hours ripping another channel apart. That is not true crime. Right? If you want to sit there and rip another channel apart, then fine. But don't put it under the heading of true crime. And that's why I stopped watching her, because she wasn't true crime. She's crime. Well, I wouldn't even say crime, because it's not crime and drama. It's just fucking drama. That's all it is. And yet people watch these channels. Be right back. I let this run through. What if they are all in it? I still think that. I think some of the channels that I call hate channels were in it to cause distractions. That's all. Sorry, guys. A second. I'm trying to. I'm gonna end this. I love you guys. And I will see y'all. Yeah, I'm fine. I will see y'all tomorrow, guys. Love you. Oh, is that finished? I don't know if that's finished. Yeah. Right. Let's hang on, this isn't going off the screen. I was watching one of her lives once, and I don't know what happened to her. Don't know what the hell happened. 1 minute she's sitting there talking, then all of a sudden she goes very quiet, and one of those on the panel had to close. Like, obviously had their details, had to go in, log in, and close her live down. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? No, that wasn't Sebastian. No, if anything, it's one of her own children in the background crying. Because I believe what she used to say, yeah, I'll go back to that one. She used to say that her one child would have problems with sleep. He had a very back and forth sleep thing, and sometimes he'd sleep perfect, some nights he wouldn't sleep at all, and things like that. I'm thinking, well, if you've got a child like that, sweetheart, I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be on the internet. You should be focused on that child, right? Yeah. But that was one of her children in the background. But that's what started it all off. That's what started it all off with BJ and Clue, right? Because Clue said she fell asleep because you heard her hit a mic. You heard your head hit the mic, like, right? And he went, hold on, I can't, like that. Her head hit it that hard that you heard her head hit the mic. And everyone's going, she's fell asleep. In the chat, there's going, she's fell asleep, she's fell asleep. That's her snoring, you know what I mean? And then you heard one of the panels say, no, come on. We know she has trouble with breathing. Come on, leave her alone. She fell asleep and she denied it. Then I was watching, I just caught her one night. And, or was it a short? It was either I caught her live one night or a short, something like that, where she admitted, yeah, okay, I fell asleep. But see, it's those channels that get the views. God, I see it just drop down when I sat on it, you see, so I'm a bit lower. Those channels are the ones that get the views. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to become a drama channel. I'm here for the children, the missing children, and adults, not just children. And maybe even the supernatural, dare I say, where there's missing people involved. But she called herself a crime channel. She wasn't. She was at first, and she built her channel up really good. But then she just went off the rails. She just literally bit back every time that Clue said something or whoever said something. She'd bite back. and she'd sit there reviewing what they've just said about her, right? So she wasn't even reviewing anything about Sebastian. She was reviewing these other hate channels, right? So then they bite back again, and I thought, just stop it, right? Just stop it. Ignore what the hate channel, what these channels are saying. Just ignore it and get on with what you used to do, which was talk about Sebastian and other missing children and other missing cases and all that lot. But she didn't. I know the supernatural's up yours. I had an email off Neuro the other day. So we're going to be doing a live on the, dare I say it? No, I can't say that word. The words that I've got banned from putting in the chat. It's 3 letters, put it that way. 3 letters. And so if I've got it banned from being put in the chat, I can't really say it on my live. So, but yeah, we're going to be looking into that. And I found a clip on X about one of them that literally he did a live video, and I found it was on X, and I seen this, or no, not X, was it TikTok? I'm not sure now. One of them, it was either on X or TikTok, and he done this video, and then literally 3 days later, and he said in his video, I think I need to do this video now and tell you now this, because of all the people, all these scientists that have gone either missing or come up unalived. And then literally 3 days after he done that video, he comes up unalived. So yeah, we will be doing another update on that. But apparently if you say certain words, like some chats have got it where if you say certain words like and names of countries, your comments can get blocked. And I put 3 words up, 2 words, and then one of them is just 3 letters. The other words is just 3 letters. And I thought, I'm not taking a chance on getting blocked again. Right? And losing my channel again. Because Neuro thought perhaps I'd been talking about that on my lives when I've covered Nancy Guthrie. I went, no, I never covered that country, never mentioned that country. Right? And, but apparently if you mention anything about a certain country and whatever, you can lose your channel. People are losing channels left, right, and centre. So, and I said, I've never done that because I've always said, Neuro did say to me once about something. I said, no, I'm not covering that. Oh, the war in Iran. I said, oh, I'm not covering that. I said, that's too political for me. You know what I mean? So I won't cover that on here. This is true crime about missing children and so it's nothing about anything else. If I wanted to talk about anything political, it would be a political news media channel. But it's not. It's a true crime channel, so I don't talk anything political. I don't even talk anything about religion. Because those 2 subjects are big no-nos, in my opinion. Right. So, and you say I would have put that video back up. But what time is it now? How long have I been on here? Oh, 1:30. No. But I showed you that guy who I thought. But anyway, that white truck sits there, and we'll cover it again, that white truck, from when I'll try and get more video from after KP leaves, because I know there's a guy who gets out that truck. And with this app that I use, I can zoom in. I had a perfect shot today of that white truck parked up. And I just had it zoomed in on that white truck for that door. So that if anyone would go out that white truck, I'd have got a perfect hit of him. But no one got out, and I thought, where's that clip then? I know someone gets out of that. I thought it was before KP left, but I'm thinking maybe it's after KP left Texas Roadhouse. But I don't think it's got anything to do with Sebastian, because he's still sitting there a long time after KP leaves. Because you see that white truck when the green hoodie comes out of Texas Roadhouse, cuts across the car park, cuts across the other car park. That white truck is still sitting there then. So I don't think that is a white truck they're after. But we do know someone who used to either owns a white truck or used to own a white truck. And he's related to Crispy. So we do know that much because we found that out. Just by going on Google Earth. Found that one out, didn't we? Google Earth gives a lot up. Right, I'm going to call it a night tonight. I know it's early. I've only been on here, I've been on here an hour and 40 minutes. But just finish up with looking at those 5 faces. This one here, where my mouse is, I don't think he's involved, but I think he knows something. She's involved because she's lied. She's definitely involved because she was the last person to. He's involved because he's doing all the fucking talking, even though he wasn't there. So these 3 have got something to hide. You don't hear much about this one here. Right? You really don't hear much about him. Even though we do know he had a criminal record for some poisoning or whatever, or something. So he's got a criminal record for that. She's just an outright liar. Who's there for the money only. She sort of like gets in with all the big wigs because they're the ones who buy the properties. Right? So she's got all the dirty secrets on them. And then you got these 2. The clown and his sidekick. So anyway, everyone, I'm going to leave it there because I need to take my medication. I'm tired. I'm eating early night as well. Hold on. Remember, CP said he drove his brother's white car as he's fixing it that way. I don't know if I remember him saying he drove it, but I remember him saying if he's fixing it that weekend. But it wouldn't surprise me if it was their car he drove. Because when they did that, I'll keep going back to this. When they did that geo-tracking, they do it at a time when they know they're looking for a vehicle. Right? They want to trace a vehicle. They know there was a vehicle in the area between 3 a.m. and 3:15. So they're going to do a geo-track from between, say, 2:15, no, 2:30 till 3:30, or even 2:30 till 4. They can't do it for too long. They have to give a specific time that they want it from, and a specific time as to when to end it, and a specific area, be it 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks. And he's gave himself away with truth, right? when he said, those stupid effers, or something like that, he said, didn't even know there was 2 cars in the area that wasn't linked to any of the Wi-Fi. Was not linked to any Wi-Fi's. Right? Those were the 2 cars I was interested in. And he, Crispy, the clown, said the truth. Those silly feckers, or whatever he said, didn't even know it was my vehicle. Didn't even know that one of them cars was one of those vehicles was mine. So he gave himself away straight away. Because he wasn't even supposed to be in the area. You're welcome. You're welcome, Kylie. You're welcome, Anne. Right. I don't know where Jen's gone. Well, you know what, Kylie? You brought that video up and I thought, I'm not going to watch that video on my own. I'm not going to be the only one to have my ears bleeding through it. So, you got it all. Thanks, yeah. Thanks, everyone. If you made it to the end, please like this video. Please share this video. Please leave me a comment. I do get back to my comments. Until then, till next time, stay safe. And I can't get used to this again. Stay safe, and I'll see you all on the next one. Thank you, everyone. Good night. Why is my sound not coming up? Oh, that's right.
No, I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put